Is in France, in the Alps.
Oh, nice. I've never been
Yeah.
to France, but my mom lived in Paris for 6 years, but I've never lived there.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah, man. How did the competition go?
It went good. Like most of the season went really good. Like I did my best season of my life, so it's cool.
Okay. You got you ranked third.
Yes, I went third in Austria. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Must be nice now that you're in a off season. When's the next season beginning?
It's starting in like November or December, like back on snow, and then the
Okay.
first competition will not be before January, I think.
Okay.
So
All
it's
right.
pretty short.
So for now though, you can kind of relax.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Good. Nice. All right. So we're just gonna do just pretty chill chat. It's not like something formal, just a chill chat, just asking you. And we're gonna edit everything in a very cool way, post
Yeah.
it, and you could share it to your socials so that we could get attention and you could get some solid interview videos on your social media feed too. So
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
all right, all right. So the first question, Oscar, is what got you on the skier journey, and what about you is keeping you on that path?
So what bring me to ski is my dad. He used to be like aerial skier, like jumping and mogul skiing. So he's been a skier for ages. And also my older brother, he's 3 years older than me. And when he started skiing, like I don't know, around like 4 or 5 years old, like he started early. And yeah, that's I think my parents put me on skis at like 2 or 3 years old because we were living in a ski resort, so it was the normal way. And and also when like my parents was going to ski with my brother when I was too young, I still ask them to dress me as I was skiing, going to ski too, but they were just putting me at the, I don't know how you say in English, like where like there is only child, like babies. I don't know how you say, but so they were
Mhm.
like dropping me at
Stroller,
crash. No, what?
the stroller.
No, the place where like all the family drop their kids when they are too young to go to school.
Hmm.
I don't know
Oh
the
yeah. Oh, I don't know what it's called. It's like a playroom or something.
Yeah, kind of. So I was dressed
Hmm.
like a skier at like 2 years old, going to the playroom. So yeah, I think it was a passion for a long time, and
Hmm.
so I continue to ski all my child years, like for like every single weekend, like every time I could go skiing. I think first it was to be with my friend. And I think you want to go skiing because all your friends go to ski, so you go to ski with them. Then it's starting to be a passion. Then you start your first competitions. Then if you do well, you still I think you begin to dream about maybe do something in skiing. And then I was still doing my like skiing next to my studies, and then I got really strong results. Got my first sponsors, and when I realized that I could ski and being paid, it was the biggest dream of my life. So yeah, it's my passion. If I could ski every day, I will ski every day. So ski and being paid, it's just the best life I could imagine.
Hmm. So, what was your parents' reaction when you said you wanted to pursue this path professionally? Were they okay
Um,
because you got good results with competition?
they were okay, but they asked me to have something in the backup.
Hmm.
So it was either like handmade like a job, like I don't know, like like a plumber or whatever. But they asked me to have a job, and had some good mark at school as well. So I did I did a master at University of Lausanne
Hmm.
because like finance. So I went to do a master of finance. I do all my studies like really quick. I didn't ask for like like something that I could ski and do my studies in the same time. So instead of doing like 5 years at university, you do like 7 or 8. I decided to just go straight like normal person, and I graduated in September 2021. So I was like 24 years old, and since then I said to them, okay, now I've got my backup. I've got my master degree in the pocket. I've got all these contracts from the sponsor to ski and to like win my life. So they say, okay, now you are you are adult enough to take your decision and go where you want to go.
This is what looks to me like a true passion, because when you really want to do something, like you just don't do it like without having any like solid plan so that you could pursue it for a long time. You of course you didn't want to go on a finance job and didn't want to study finance for master's degree, but you did it because you had much bigger, desire to do skiing for the rest of your life, that you kind of sacrificed it, which is very admirable to me.
Yeah, yeah. Like my biggest goal was to go on skiing, but I knew like when in skiing you can like get injured really quickly and get nothing. So you have to get like a mattress to land if you crash and if you know what I mean. So yeah, I say okay, let's have some years not really cool of studying hard, training hard for skiing, but at the end it was worth it. So I'm happy to have done those choices.
Mhm. I watched your freestyle ski videos on Insta and YouTube. I saw you on Insta first, just randomly
Okay.
on the feed. I was like, okay, this guy
Yeah.
might be cool to contact. And I searched up your LinkedIn and you popped up. I was like, okay, how about an interview? But these videos, man, looks like a very scary thing to do. You're like literally jumping like not even, how do you do that? What state of mind are you in when you're doing that?
It gave me happiness doing that, and adrenaline for sure. I think you're like for sure. I'm scared at the top. I will lie if I'm not if I say I'm not scared, but it's just like I'm scared, but I know I'm in control. I know I can do it because I've been training. I've been jumping similar jumps. I've been training hard at the gym before winter to land. And to like avoid injuries. So I know what I'm doing. So I'm focusing a lot, like
Mhm.
going through all the steps, all the details I need, all the settings. And when I go fully on. And I know that when I land a big jump that I'm scared of, the happiness and the adrenaline at the bottom, it's just insane, and I want to go up again.
Mhm. So I want to talk to you right now as we are watching some of your videos. So I'll share my screen if that's okay with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have more videos on Insta or YouTube? I have both of them pulled up.
Uh, I think YouTube is like where I put my full runs of competitions, and Instagram is there is really more video.
Okay, let's do Insta because you have more highlights there.
Yeah,
Right. Let's
definitely.
look. Can you see?
Yeah.
All right. So which one should we go for?
The third one.
Third one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's watch it.
Another big committed backing. Oscar Mandin, French rider. Excited for the replay.
Jesus.
This one is a crash. It's funny.
Whoa. Wait, what happened there? You kind of had
So
it loose.
it was few days ago, and in spring the snow getting sticky, and I arrived with a lot of
Mhm.
speed, and one of my ski gets stuck in the snow. So I went forward and I jumped forward and I lose the ski and I land, but it's really soft snow, so it was really funny.
Wow, that's crazy. Wait, let's look
Yeah,
at this.
we can. Yeah, this one is cool.
Oh, Which one?
There is a
One
cool
more.
one just on the right of what the one you played, just above, just the one above. Yes, this one is a cool photo with one of my friends.
Whoa! You're the one in the red.
Yeah,
Wow. Some crazy stuff. Jesus. So what's it like for a skier, like living wise, like making a living off you probably get sponsored, but is
yeah.
that continuous? Is it consistent?
I mean, yeah, you when you have a contract with a brand, it's yearly based, so you have an amount that you have to manage by yourself, and then you have to deal with the contract, what the job you have to do for them. If it's only like putting stickers on the helmet, tagging them in the videos, or you have special demands or not. But normally, I try to sign 2 years contract that I can be sure I'm for 2 years I'm okay with this amount and stuff, and it's more easy to manage.
So you manage those things all by yourself, no manager.
Yeah, some people got manager or agents, but I was maybe if one thing I could change it's to have an agent when I was like 18 or 20 years old, when I was not really like aware of what's happening in the ski industry. But now I'm 25 and I think I've got all the tools I need to manage by myself.
Oh wow. And you're just living in your house. Is it by the ski resort?
Yeah, it's I can walk to the first lift.
Yeah, can you show me? If that's
Yeah, like
thanks.
this is the
Oh
mountain,
wow.
and in the winter, just
Mhm.
there is the ski lift. So
Oh
it's
wow.
just in front of my window.
This this is a beautiful house. It's like my
Yeah,
dream house that I want to
yeah,
live in. Like just peacefully just living there like by myself or with the girl maybe, you know.
yeah. I'm living with my
Wow.
girlfriend.
Oh, you live with your girlfriend.
Yeah,
Good stuff. Good stuff. So
yeah.
so recently it seems like for me I don't know about you that well until recently, but have you started getting attention from social media recently?
Yes and not. I think the good thing I had is like with my older brother, he get into social media at because it was the age of his friend and him, and he put me on social media really early, so I could start my Instagram and Facebook like really early. So I started so many years ago, and I took a lot of attention to it. Like I was like looking at what the best way to get followers, video reels. Then the reels came really late, but yeah, I was like I spent a lot of time on the social media, and I think maybe I got the big attention like for the past 2 years only. But I'm pretty sure it's because of all the work previously done that's getting worked.
One thing I'm curious about is that now that you're getting a lot of attention on social media, you must be getting a lot of DMs from maybe some models, pretty girls, maybe. But how do
Uh,
you maybe you can't say anything about it because you have a girlfriend in your house, but how do you like manage that? How do you deal with that and focus on your thing? Just curious because
to be honest, not really. I don't know if because they know that I have a girlfriend because I don't hide it. So not really many DMs for girls. I know I've got some friends who are single, and I think it's can easily you can see it easily on social media. So they got more messages. But I think just on you how you act. Like if you go to a party, like you getting know that you are single, you get to talk to girls, and the girls get to talk, and then you got some messages and stuff. But it didn't change me too much regarding those DM, but I got some more DM about like a lot of stuff, like so many messages on how you set your skis, what kind of model, where should I ski when I go to your place, and many of them.
Mhm. How do you train for skiing specifically when you're doing a leg workout? Can you just do like normal things that you do for your legs, like squatting, deadlifting, or is there like specific things that you do for skiing?
No, it's pretty basic, like squat, deadlifting is the two biggest one. For me, I try to avoid squat because it's not good for back. Because in my sport, the back getting really intense during winter, so I try to preserve it during the off season. So I do a lot of intervals on the bike for the legs. I do a lot of box jump also, and a lot of step with some weight on me, like a lot of step. Because when we go to the top of the face, most of the time we hike to the top. So you got your skis, your backpack and stuff. So you have to train to like carry weight when you go up.
Mhm. Yep. But the thing is that you're doing skiing, and then it's a really healthy way to get some dopamine going on in your brain. But nowadays, a lot of people chase quick dopamine. Like they use their phones a lot looking through TikToks. That's a really strong dopamine. That's very quick and strong. And then they also do a lot of drugs nowadays. Now that it's being legalized somewhere like marijuana or something more. Like marijuana might not be a big deal, but it leads to some other drugs and stuff like that. And I recently just talked to a young man that I know, and even he told me that he really agrees with me that nowadays the quick dopamine is a big issue and leading people to mental health issues like depression. But if they all live like you, like chasing like this healthy dopamine, though it is a little bit dangerous with what you're doing. So, what's your opinion on these so this societal trend, this trend that people are going for quick, cheap dopamine and getting mentally unstable?
Yeah, I think with the social media, it's yeah, it's a pain in the ass, if I can say. I think people need to see the difference between social media and real life, because like my life is not it's not feasible like for everyone. So you can't say, oh, he's got a good life, he's skiing, he's doing his passion, I'm gonna do it as well. And if cannot do it, I will be in depression. I think like everybody needs to just look at his life and do his best as he can. Like always keep in mind that social media is it's dangerous, and the best thing to do when you want to have a good time and dopamine, as you said, is do something you like outside, or I don't know, in a gym or wherever, but not on your phone for sure.
Mhm. Mhm. So you acknowledge that it is a big issue nowadays that people chase quick dopamine.
Yeah, for sure, and it can be dangerous as well with the social media. Like a guy who did like few weeks of skiing, look at my video in his so story, oh, I'm gonna do the same, and he break himself. And so it's not a good tool, and even for, I mean, everything. Like you go on social media, you're starting to go to the gym, then you go on social media, you see all those guys like build up really strongly. You are, oh, when I'm not the same, and you want the result like super quick. But the thing you have to it's to be patient and stuff. They don't show it on social media. So yeah, I think it's, I know social media, if you do it in the wrong way, can be dangerous.
Mhm. So how do you personally balance that though? Because you're a human and you're exposed to these all of these things that might pull you down on a negative direction. But you're kind of in this flow state that you're just consistently doing what you're doing without really straying from the path. So I'm a young person. I'm a 19-year-old kid, and I still get exposed to a lot of those moments where I feel like, okay, should I do this that the crowd is doing because it looks fun? But I need to fight that off really hard. But you obviously went through that as well. But now it seems like it's more of a natural thing for you to not do those things and just go on your path. How did you get to that stage? And what kind of advice do you have for me?
I think it's first. I think for sure it's the experience. Um, you remark like you see when you try to do something that other people like, but you don't really like. it's always taking you somewhere that you don't want to. And I think the good thing, I think the thing is that can take you like in the good way is to talk with your friends, spend time with them, and just like when you have a choice to do, and you are like, social media is taking me this way, but if you talk to your friends, you just realize that it's not the good way to go, and you have to keep your feet on the ground. Of it's not social media is not just your life. Your life is outside with your friend, with your family, and I think what kept me in the right direction is my family and my friends. I
Hmm.
think,
So you
yeah,
think having good relationship with people around you is what's going to guide you on the right path?
yeah, definitely.
Okay. So how do you deal with injuries or setbacks while you're doing skiing? There must have been some moments where you had to take a rest when you didn't want to.
Yeah, I had a lot of injuries when I was young. It started super early, like I was like 12 years old when I tore my first ACL of my knee, and I got surgery at 12 years old. So it was like a big moment of struggle, and like I was at the starting of my growing up in skiing, and I was like, oh, is it gonna be possible to still be skiing at the top level and stuff? And I just like believe in myself. I just be patient, and like when you are in the sofa for like many months because you can't do what you want to do, you have a lot of anger in your body, and I try to took all this energy, kept it for myself, and when I was back on ski, I put all my energy on my skis and tried to get even better one before I get injured. So I think it's being patient and always looking on the bright side rather than looking on the dark side.
Hmm. So the
Always
way you
being
deal.
positive.
Hmm. So you had a lot of setbacks because you seem like a really just a person who can naturally be in that state where you're focused. But I'm not like that. I have to think through everything. If I want to do something, I have to think like, okay, and then I get a lot of temptations, and I have to like fight off of each of them. As opposed to you don't seem to really be like thinking a lot about those temptations. You're just like too focused that you don't even, you don't even consider the other option. It's just really admirable. I don't know what to say. Like I really want to be that way, but I'm not like that. Hmm.
Yeah, I think I've got those temptation as well. Like you always have some, like going on a big holiday 1 month before the ski season with your friends and have big parties and stuff. I've got them, but I know what my goal in life is, and I'm so determined to like do my goals and stuff that like must like when you have those temptation, you have to think about yourself and what you want to do in life, and if in your life your goal is on the left and the temptation is on the right, you have to keep focus and looking on the left and tell yourself like you want to go like you want to achieve this goal. Okay, just stick to it and like move your ass and go on the left, and just yeah, it's a fight in your mind, but it's a mental fight, but it's only you that can win it. So it's only you against you.
Hmm. What made you not pursue like money and the fame route that a lot of people are thinking that that's the only way to be successful? How do you still
uh,
be like, I'm satisfied with where I am, but I'm gonna keep going to be in a state where I should be proud of myself without money and fame in mind?
uh, it's a tough question. Of course, you think about money and fame and stuff, but like I can be a millionaire and be the a star. Like if I had the choice to be a millionaire and star with like not skiing ever in my life, I will for sure. I prefer to be skiing every day and win less money and be less famous because it's what I like. Like I will be so like sad if I be a millionaire but I can't ski. So I think it's no, we've got only one life, and you won't take your money with you in the paradise. So at the end, the people who will be the most successful for me is the guy who did what he liked to do when he was when he left when he lived, and the guy who just want money and fame. When he will be in the paradise, he will have no money and no fame. So it's not something you can keep with you after. So for me, the most important thing is to have good moment today, do what you like, and after the thing on the side, it's important for sure because you want to live and have a good life, but you have to stay on the way that bring you happiness.
Have you ever been distracted before that you were on a different path for a little bit from skiing and you realized that okay, this is not the way to go and then came back, or were you always on the consistent path?
Uh, yeah, like when I was young, I was not really serious. I was doing a bit everything. I was doing many sports, and I was a bit distracted by everything. So I was a bit everywhere. And yeah, I got a few things in life that brings me to say, okay, you can't do this for your whole life. If you want to do something in life, you have to be a bit serious. You have to keep the distraction a bit away for few moments. And being having the good routine and sticking to it, and then you will have what you want in life.
What does your routine look like, daily routine?
Daily routine, so off season. So I've got for me there is 3 seasons for me. There is for sure the winter where I ski most of the time. I train on skis, so I got up in the morning checking the forecast almost every day to see, okay, if it's sunny, if it snowed the day before. I go earlier on the mountains, checking the planning of my competition and stuff. If I've got a big comp next week, I will not do a big dangerous things just 1 week before because I don't want to hurt myself. Then the second season is the really off season, holiday season, just after the winter, now, end of April and all the months of May and a bit of June. So I take time for myself, see my friends, do some parties to get the things out of my mind. It's cool for the body and the soul. And then the third season is the preseason. It's when I train, so it's like starting during summer, and it's getting more intense when you're getting closer to the winter. So yeah, got three kind of routine nowadays. When I'm in holidays, just chilling. I've got no plans. And when I'm in preseason, it's most of the times I wake up in the morning, go straight to the gym during the morning, then having lunch, and in the afternoon I do my mails, my meetings and stuff, and see my friends, play some FIFA. And it's good.
What are some unhealthy things that you do? Maybe you don't do anything, but just one thing. Maybe you can't say it here.
It's partying with my friend
Do you smoke
during.
cigarettes?
No, no, it's
No.
one thing I'm pretty proud is I don't smoke cigarettes, weed, whatever.
But your
My
friends,
only.
a
Yeah,
lot of your friends do.
they all smoke, and most of them doing do you know snus?
Yeah, right
The
here.
thing, yeah, on under your lip. It's a athlete thing because most of them are old ice hockey player. Because I we've got a big team in where I live, so we all played ice hockey when we were younger. Few of us, like me, who stopped for skiing or do something else. But I've got some other friends who are pro now in hockey, and the only thing they are allowed is to snus. So I mean, allowed is something that don't damage your lung. So yeah, most of them are smoking cigarettes or doing snus, but I don't do any of them. And I'm pretty proud of it because it saves a lot of money, and I think it's a good thing for my body.
But you drink alcohol though.
Yeah, that's my only drug. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. What's your goal for next, let's say, 10 years? Maybe not 10 years because it's shorter for athletes. 5 years?
Uh, for sure, my biggest goal in skiing is to be, if I can, is to be world champion. It's my biggest goal in skiing. I came sixth this year, so I've got four place to get up and to do as many podium as I can. And for sure, the next 5 years, I will still want to be competing on the Free World Tour, do the biggest result I can do. I hope I can also do a ski movie. I already do
Mm.
two, so I want to do to be part of a big ski movie. So it could be really cool. And I think in 5 years I will be 30 years old. Maybe I don't know. Maybe in the in the next 10 years, I hope I would have a family as well. Could be cool.
Mhm. Really nice. When you
Yeah.
talk to these, you probably come across a lot of successful people while you're skiing. When you because it's expensive resort and everything, and they want to talk to you for being a famous athlete. What do you have you ever hung out with them like in a personal time
With who?
with like some influential people?
Like influencer on social media, or
Yeah, maybe something like or somebody like businessman, rich businessman, stuff like that.
if I spend time with them.
Yeah, just wondering.
It happens sometimes, but if I see someone who like, it depends. During winter, I don't have really have time, but I've got some meetings during spring, or I put some time off in my calendar to meet them and have a talk or whatever. But sometimes,
This is really crazy because you know what I'm noticing between you and every other passionate people is that they just don't even care about what's going on in the world. They're like just doing
yeah,
their own thing. They're like, oh, maybe I don't know what's going on outside of this thing that I'm doing. This is really the most admirable thing. And if you were to recommend an athlete that you know is truly passionate about what he does, who would you recommend? Because I want to get that person on my podcast.
um, a big passionate person.
Not like
Uh,
Cristiano Ronaldo, but you know.
it can be like Ever Sports. Like um, I've got few ideas in mind. I've got for sure a buddy of mine on the World Tour, Max Palm. I know he's
Max, what's his last name?
Palm, Palm.
Okay.
He's a Swedish guy. He's young, but he's really passionate about skiing. And we are teammates in Rossignol. And
Hmm.
I know he's a big passionate about skiing. He loves skiing. He's skiing a lot of time during the year. And yeah, I think he will be a bit more like the people you had a chat with. He's a bit like he's not aware of what is happening in the world. It's just his life is skiing, and just skiing is it's enough for him. So it's pretty fun.
Hmm. He's a young man and he's really focused on what he's doing, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Max Pan. Anybody else
Um,
besides skiing?
uh,
Because we already
so
had a skier.
yeah, so you are looking for someone who is not too famous, because if I give you a name with 1 million followers on Instagram, I of course don't know him.
Yeah, if it's Lionel Messi, I can't reach him.
Yeah.
I gotta like fly to his house and go grab a picket or something and it's like CCTV. I'm like podcast, you know. 'Cause
uh,
what's
let
the-
let me think about it. Um,
By the way, we had quite some really big people on our podcast, so it's not it won't be a shame for you to introduce me to that guy.
no, of course not. Don't worry. I don't know. Big passionate guys. It could be. Yeah, I'm a bit. I know a lot of people in skiing, but other sports.
Snowboard.
Uh, yeah, snowboard. I've got a good guy, a team of my. It's a good friend of mine,
Okay.
and he's world champion this year of snowboard
What's his
freeride.
name?
He's French, and the thing is, like for me, he's the biggest passionate guy I know because he's just being a world champion and he's 37 years old,
It's
and he's
crazy.
it's his first title in 20 years of career.
Crazy. He finally
Yeah,
met his golden time.
exactly,
What's his
exactly.
name?
Ludovic, and his family
Little
name
bit?
it's
What is it? What is it?
Ludovic. Ludovic. I can show you his Instagram.
Yep, I will.
It's
Hopefully he had some Ludovic.
yeah, Guillaudia.
Does he speak English?
Yeah, it's a bit less than me, but yeah, he speak English, so maybe we need a bit of bit needs a bit more time to think about what he's saying, but I think he can do it.
All right, man. Awesome. What's your plan for the day from now?
What?
What's your plan for the day from now?
Um, I've got a friend who just bought an house, and he needs to empty everything inside, so I might go help him.
All right, that'll be awesome.
Yeah,
Could I
yeah,
ask you for a small favor though?
yeah,
Could you please share my video on Insta when it's up?
yeah,
Thank
for
you so
sure.
much. That'll be a
Yeah,
big help. We're a small
yeah,
channel now, but we're trying to grow and really
yeah,
appreciate your time today. You really
yeah,
inspired me a lot. I hope to do big things just like you and have you on the
yeah.
podcast again.
And yeah, few questions. Where are you now?
I'm in South Korea. It's my
Oh,
I'm
nice.
visiting my family. I took a gap year from college to
Yeah.
do these things to find out what I want to do before going into college.
Okay.
So
And
that's what I'm
where
doing,
where
and
where were you in college?
I go to NYU business school,
Okay, it's New
but
York University.
yes, New York University. But
Mm.
trying to transfer though, because I'm not all about the New York lifestyle. I like these like hustle kind of vibe, like just talking to people and trying to find my own way. Because in New York, a
Okay.
lot of kids are spoiled. That's why I'm
Okay.
not trying to go. A lot of kids spend like $1,000 on a dinner with their parents' money, and I can't
Okay.
afford to do that. And it's
Yeah.
not about all about what I want to do. So that's why
Yeah.
I'm talking to you here.
For sure. For sure. Yeah. I
Any other
understand. I
questions?
understand. No, no. It was cool to have a chat with you. It's really interesting. Really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not a pretty common kind of kid to come across either because a lot of my friends are outside partying, just meeting. It's their college years,
Yeah.
but I'm here, talking to people, which is I think it's more valuable than that. So,
Yeah. If it's what you like, you should do it. So it's cool.
all right, man. Thank you so much, and enjoy your helping out your friends, emptying out
Yeah.
his house,
Thanks to you. And
and
yeah.
really good luck and be a world champion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.